Earthquakes gone. It'll be interesting to see how the two teams adjust without those 5 players. Chris Wondolowski, for his part, did appear today, guys, with the U.S. national team. He came on in the second half in a tough 4-0 loss to Spain. And I'm going to go out on a limb, guys, and say he would rather be here tonight than suffering that 4-0 defeat earlier.
I think Spain's going to be pretty good on the world stage.
Yeah, I think they do all right. And I think tough 4-0 is a bit redundant.
Oh, boy, that was something else. But Wondo did get into the ball game. The game, and actually had some chances. He was Wondo, wasn't he?
Not bad. Not bad.
Well, we are ready to go. MLS action from Buckshaw Stadium. Anthony Ampai Patakwan getting the start wearing number 23. Sends one to the middle. In the orange, the Houston Dynamo. They come in with a record of 3, 4, and 6. Talk about streaky. They had a 5-game MLS unbeaten streak. That was in April. But their last win was in April, the 29th, the 4-1 win over DC United. Since then, they have struggled. And they've done so without Danny Cruz. Cruz is back and starting in this match tonight against the San Jose Earthquakes. And this is Cruz on the ball.
Houston may be missing their most consistent performer. Andrew Haino has played every game up to this point on the back line, and they feel like they're really going to miss him tonight because they had to move Jeff Cameron to the back line, and they wanted him playing in the midfield.
Yeah, they've done some maneuvering, getting Cruz back and having guys leave, but that's part of the world game, the global game of soccer. You are going to lose some of your talented players in the course of a year, and in a good cause for Houston. They send one to the middle. Will Bruin went up for it, missed it, but it comes back for Cam Weaver. Cruz, a service to the middle, and a chance outside the area. Big save. John Bush tested early.
#1 assist guy in Major League Soccer laid the ball off right to Lavelle Palmer, and Palmer had an opportunity at the top of the 18. And you better keep your eyes on number 11 from Houston, Brad Davis, both as a serviceman on set pieces, but as well as in the run of play, though he may not be as comfortable as a central midfielder as he is as a guy on the wing, and they've had to move him inside.
Davis this season, 3 multi-assist games already.
Yeah. He's had 8 assists, and 7 of them have come in 3 games total.
Brad Ring, another start for him. Stephen Beitashour, the right back this evening for Frank Yallop's team.
Is that the Sun?
I believe it is. And it's been a crazy day. Getting to the pitch earlier today, they were squeegeeing the field, trying to get that excess water off the field.
You can still see it jumping up off the cleats, though, as the guys are running around. It's still very wet.
Well, all season long, home matches for San Jose, it seems that there's always been some kind of inclement weather. Corrales starting at a wide left position again after a very impressive performance against Chicago. A match in which I'm sure Frank Yallop and the boys think that, well, wish that they would have come away with 3 points instead of the 1. Beitashour got a body in front of that one and then goes after it again and sends it out. And this is just how moist the field was beforehand, John.
And this they did for a good hour or more earlier in the day and just went up and down the field several times. And again, it's still very wet.
Chabala. Whistle blown. And the flag was up.
Okay.
Wells Fargo is teamed up with the Earthquakes to donate $250 for every Quakes goal this season. The money raised will be donated to youth soccer programs. Thank you, Wells Fargo, for your generous donation to youth soccer in our community. Wells Fargo, together we'll go far.
So little did Tally Hall know that he might have to deal with that sun field until about 2 minutes ago.
Boy, that is true. How many times last year did we see a keeper maybe put a ball cap on just to keep that sun out of the eyes? But this was greatly unexpected. We'll see if San Jose decides to test from range. And they've got one guy who can do it in Kari Stevenson. He's hit the mark a couple of times outside the 18. There you see that sun and how Tally Hall's going to have to play it.
He's not going to have to deal with it for long. But of course, as the days get longer,
Jeff Cameron sends one up the left flank. Chabala saying, hey, the Fresno native saying, hey, right here. There you see Tally Hall. 1.15 goals against average, 2 clean sheets, 3 career clean sheets.
He's probably thinking, you know, when we got off the bus, it was pouring out here. Once again, the defenders working on Lenhart. Single and double teaming him, pounding him, getting physical. He's going to have to fight back. Of course, Houston knows all about that with their big forwards. And Brian Ching is a guy who came into this league 10 years ago and became the same kind of player. Just dish it out and take it. But Ching on this Houston team has had 4 different injuries this year.
That's bad luck.
That's not good.
No. Cronin, you could see him sloshing along as he played the ball. This is Ampai Patakwong.
No longer a secret, huh? Ampai Patakwong, after the second half he had in Chicago last week with 2 assists. You can bet Houston paid a little extra attention to him.
Will Bruin slip sliding away in the midfield. Lenhart comes up to get it, but he's got company.
At what point do you start calling it, though? He grabs his left arm and loses possession, and Houston gets to keep the ball.
Well played by Cronin. Able to strip Bruin of the ball, and now Lenhart tries to turn up against Bobby Boswell. Beitashour with a cross. Hall. Catching practice for him at the 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Lenhart didn't keep running toward the back post. He had Kari Stevenson at the front post. Lenhart should have been going back toward the back post. Well, Ampai Patakwong and Beitashour can't keep a hold of that ball for too long.
They try the right flank. Chased down by Jason Hernandez. Quakes coming off the 2-2 draw. They're 3-4-4 this season. 13 points from 11 games. Fans hungry for some home activity.
How about some first half activity?
That's a great point.
They've gone 3 consecutive games and nothing at the half, and then have second half goal scoring explosions. In fact, exactly half of their 14 goals this year have been scored in the second halves of the last 3 games combined. So it'd be like a little bit like a Dodger Stadium crowd. Getting here late would be okay, but don't leave early.
Nice job by Bobby Burling to come across. Well, you can see that one spot right near the midfield. That is very wet down there. Ball splashing around. Cleats doing the same. Brad Ring from Indiana University tries to send run across the field and does. Ramiro Corrales, who has moved up from the left back. He's wide left now, and Convey has exchanged with him as he's now the left back. Started to cheat up just a little bit and had a hustle.
Yeah, that's the first time Ramiro's played in the midfield. Started last week, was his first start in the midfield since this club returned to Major League Soccer in 2008. He had been exclusively a left back, though he played midfield plenty of times early in his career.
Over 15,000 minutes in his career. And boy, he just shifted to the mid against Chicago so neatly. And for the Dynamo, they will have a chance, and here's why.
Jason Hernandez with a little bit of a late challenge. He gets an awful lot of Will Bruin's ankle after the ball goes away. And as we have warned you, Brad Davis is a guy who can do some damage here with that awesome left foot. Played with the Earthquakes in 2005 before they departed for